So today's question I received was, does self-publishing hurt your chances to become popular? So I'm guessing the reason we're asking this question is because we're thinking that if you self-publish, then it could actually maybe have a negative impact on you. So I'm going to attempt to see if we can answer this question. It's an excellent question, and I'm sure there's lots of people who have sort of wondered, as opposed to getting traditionally published versus self-published, if it is going to hurt your thing. But before I answer it, let me just introduce myself. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Hit the subscribe bell, like, or leave a comment to help me produce more videos like this one. Also, in the description below, you will find my checklist, my self-publishing secrets checklist. You can just grab a copy of that for free. So, my story. When I first started, I started publishing a series of books on topics that I found were interesting. They were across different genres. And one of the problems of publishing in different subjects is the fact that you're not going to be really an expert on one particular thing. Right? Does that make sense? So if you're hitting multiple subjects, I then took a series of courses and I've studied a lot and read a number of books on the subject and decided I wanted to go into different niches and different genres. And so I published a series of books under other pen names. And so you have a series of books. So if you did it on gardening, you would be a particular pen name, and then another book on other subjects in order to establish better expertise associated, as opposed to one book on how to take care of fish and then the next book on how to mow your yard. It doesn't really match. However, a series of books on a specific topic that does bring expertise. And in a sense, I don't know about the question popular, but it does in fact start to bring expertise. Because after all, if you weren't an expert or if you weren't good at whatever it is that you're publishing on, why exactly would you do it? So by definition, you become an authority on the topic. So the answer is yes. But there's a couple of additional things to keep in mind here. So the first is, it depends upon how you publish books. So if you publish under pen names, well, obviously, it's not going to make you popular in that sense, because it'll be the different pen names that are going to be bringing in the traffic that people are doing it. The next thing is that yes, this is a fantastic way to build up followers and popularity. So in fact, if you're doing it strategically, assuming we're not looking at doing anything controversial or unethical or anything like that, then you better believe that this is one of the best ways to go about doing this, is writing books. In when we combine it together with content marketing, that is, that you have blogs, you're creating YouTube videos, maybe you have a podcast, you're building an email list out. In conjunction with this, with your target audience, those are the people who are interested in what it is you have to offer to the entire world, then yes, you absolutely can. And even if you're a fiction author, you can still use this to leverage your audience, where they will follow you on other locations. So I would highly recommend doing self-publishing as a means to getting started. And if you are thinking of going traditional publishing later, this is still a fantastic route, because you're going to build up that audience to show the traditional publishers that they can count that if you publish a book through them, you're going to get the sales that you're going to need in order to properly in order to make it worth their while to do this. You'll already have a machine in place to go about doing the marketing and bringing in the sales, if you wish to do that. Now, I don't know why you would want to take a lower percentage royalty rate on your books, but if you wanted to, for some people, it may be strategic. So why don't you tell me a little bit about, what have you found? Have you also found this to be a question that you've had with regards to popularity and self-publishing? Have you tried self-publishing and see what happens? You get additional followers. So let me know down below, and check out my video above for more questions just like this one. Thanks.